Let's make a batch of Hatch Chile Salsa Verde. This salsa's tangy, spicy, buttery, and rich. It's so good you can drink it with a straw. Maybe stick with chips. This recipe's quick and it's one of the best ways to use roasted Hatch chilies during its short season. Go watch the recipe, I'm gonna dig in. Hatch chilies! Obviously, the star of this recipe is gonna be Hatch chilies. Now this is a perfect salsa to make if you've already got the grill going, but you can make it in the oven too, and I'll show you how. All right, so first off, we are gonna need 1.5 pounds of tomatillos. And if you haven't seen these before, these are tomatillos, so you'll want to remove the husk, and then we need to get these rinsed off because they are really sticky on the outside. That is not a tomatillo. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this baking sheet that's lined with foil, and I'm gonna get a little spray of cooking oil. Then what we'll do is get the tomatillos and other ingredients set out on here. It's really important that you wash those tomatillos because they not only have this sticky substance on the outside, but they'll get a lot of dirt on them because they're encased in those husks. Then we only need a cup of Hatch chilies, so I'm just gonna roast a couple of these. And then I'm gonna use half of a sweet onion, and with the skin on, that'll kind of protect it a little bit from the broiler. Now if you wanted to, you could carefully roast the garlic as well. It's a little tricky to manage with the other ingredients because these tend to roast quicker. So I'm just gonna chop them up like the recipe says, and we'll go ahead and get these popped in the broiler. All right, let's go ahead and check on these real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the Hatch chilies. You can see they're getting nice and dark on one side, and I'm gonna let the onion continue to hang out over there. These tomatillos are starting to darken. They take a little bit longer, so I'm actually just gonna let them sit there for a little bit more, come back in a few minutes. All right, let's flip the tomatillos. Once these are dark on the back side, we'll be good to go. All right, here we go. The first thing we need to do is remove the Hatch chilies and get these steamed. That way we can get the skin peeled off. So I'll put these in a sealed container and just close the lid for a few minutes. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's go ahead, get some gloves on, and then peel those chilies. All right, now that these have had some time to steam, you can see that they're nice and soft and pliable. And all we have to do is just peel off the skin. So let's go ahead and do that. Definitely recommend using gloves for this process as well. You'll also want to remove the top with the seeds. You can see it just slides right off like that. Okay, now for the onion, go ahead and remove that charred skin. We just want the soft interior here. I'm gonna cut it into some slightly smaller pieces just for the food processor. This does not need to be perfect. We just don't want it to be giant chunks. Same with the garlic. Go ahead and just chop up the pieces real small. We'll add in the onion. We'll add in the garlic. I'm gonna chop the chilies just a little bit. Same principle. We'll add in the chilies. We'll add in the whole tomatillos. You don't need to peel the skin on these. About a 1/2 cup cilantro. Then I like the juice of 1 lime. All right, let's get this on. And normally I would say let this cool in the fridge and rest for a few hours, but for the sake of video, we're gonna eat it right away. The Hatch chilies really stand out. They add this buttery, rich heartiness that's really unique just to Hatch chilies. Then you've got that intense tang from the tomatillos and the freshness from the cilantro. This one's a good one. But it's not just for chips. It's perfect for cheesy brisket tacos. Smoked meat and cheese, come on. Super simple, packed with flavor, and a way to kick off Hatch chili season. I hope you guys try this one out. Please leave a comment below and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.